Welcome to Conversations Live. For more than a decade, we've brought you the best in books, entertainment, and current events. When the movers and shakers of the world have something to say to you, they say it to us first. Now, here's your host, Cyrus Webb.
And welcome back, everyone, to Conversations Live. I'm your host, Cyrus Webb. Glad you all could join us once again, whether you're tuning in on the radio dial here in Mississippi at WYAD 94.1 FM. We welcome you all back to our program, as well as tuning in through our online affiliates around the world. We're glad to have all of you with us as well. We've talked a lot during this year in particular about the importance of not only having an idea, but doing the necessary work to turn that idea into a reality. Our next guest has definitely been able to do that. We're excited to welcome Nolin Veillard to our program. He's the creator of Trak Kayaks, which is the first portable and foldable kayak. We're going to tell you guys not only about where the idea came from for Trak Kayaks, but also how he was able to go about reaching out to the consumer to see what they were looking for, but also to be able to bring it to life thanks to crowdfunding as well. If you're just still hearing about Nolin's work, we'll tell you at the end of our segment how you can find out more information about Trak Kayaks and be able to pre-order your own. But Nolin, hello to you and welcome to the program.
Hello, Cyrus. Thanks for having me.
Oh, the pleasure's definitely all mine. This was a lot of fun prepping for your segment, Nolin, because you kind of have done a lot of what we've tried to encourage our audience to do over the past 14 years, and that is to not only be, not to be afraid of doing the work necessary for what they say they want to do. I mean, you as an entrepreneur have been able to find success in doing that. What has that been like for you already? As I said, Trak Kayaks is now available for pre-order. What has it been like for you to have had an idea and now to be able to get to the point where you are today?
Well, it's certainly a journey, Cyrus, as I'm sure a lot of your listeners would understand. It's been important for us to, and for me personally, to really be clear about what it is we make available through our products, and doing that through people that perform and practice the activity of kayaking and that have that as part of their lifestyle, or people that are really drawn to the outdoors. I think if you come from the need of what really solves problems out there, and then you stick to that and really be really perseverant through the process, that is obviously a key to success.
For sure. And I love the idea. As I was prepping for this segment, Nolin, I was on your crowdfunding page on Kickstarter. And one of the reasons why I was there, even though the campaign has ended and you all were very successful in being able to meet your goal and then some there, I love the way that you're able to discuss kind of, how you were able to go about doing this. I think one of the big mistakes that people make is they think about what they want to do when they set out to do that instead of thinking about what the consumer wants. How important was that for you to do, as you talk about in that video on Kickstarter, to be able to go out and to ask people exactly what they were looking for and how you all could be able to produce something that they would appreciate and want to use?
Well, I guess the first thing I would say is that you have to make a lot of mistakes along the way, and so that's part of the entrepreneurial journey is recognizing, really pushing forward and doing the things that you think make a lot of sense, and learning from those mistakes as you go. And I think that's definitely part of the Trak story, and certainly my story. I think it was important for us. We started out in 2006 with our first generation of our product, and we're a unique little company because we've got, kayaks in probably 50 or 60 countries around the world because of the portable nature of them. But through that time, we were able to learn a lot from our customers, and about 2.5 years ago, we started down the path of reaching out to the broader paddle sport community and getting a really clear picture of what they were looking for in a touring kayak. And so our customers have always told us that our kayaks are really what they consider the ultimate in a touring kayak. And so we took that to a whole other level and said, let's really focus on the pursuit of the ultimate touring kayak. And so based on those needs that were really clearly identified to us, we started down that development path and, involving the community. And then, because it was a crowd-sourced project over the last 2 years, we felt the important thing would be, and the logical thing to do would be to introduce it through a crowdfunding mechanism.
Right, for sure. And that is something you all were able to do, and we're going to talk about what that was like for you, especially to see that response. I also like the fact that this is something that is a passion of yours, Nolin. I mean, I think that's the other thing when it comes to business or anything that people are going to devote any amount of time to. I mean, it's hard to devote a decade or so to something that you don't enjoy. I mean, does that make it even more enjoyable for you, knowing that you have your own personal passion for this, and then to be able to see you being able to now to bring that to consumers?
You've really nailed it, Cyrus. For me, I've paddled in places, kayaked in places like Vancouver Island, Peru's Lake Titicaca, the Philippines, the Great Lakes, Barbados, right through to alpine lakes in the Rockies, you name it. So certainly being able to have these experiences myself and know what that makes available to people, because really what I've found for myself as an entrepreneur is my internal motivation is certainly focused on what I know our kayaks make available to people, the experiences that thousands of people get because of these kayaks. That's really what's motivating to me, and for me, we live in turbulent times. There's a lot of uncertainty for a lot of people these days with all the media and different things, and people need to find their own solace. They need to find something that's real and solid. And for me, I feel there's no better place than to go within. And when you're surrounded by nature and having this experience, there's nothing better. There's no better way to get your own sort of grounding and foundation than being in a kayak out in the middle of an alpine lake or out in the ocean or on a lazy river. It's right. To me a really important way to ground yourself and really make this experience available for yourself. And it's really something it's almost like therapy out on the water. There's pure right. joy of it, and then there's the therapy. And I think that's something I know our kayaks make available to people, and it's what really drives my motivation to really sticking to the entrepreneurial journey.
For sure. Is part of what keeps this experience exciting for you, Nolin, the fact that you're able to, we've all heard that saying about, there's no need to reinvent the wheel. But what you've been able to do is definitely make the wheel a whole lot more accessible and neat to be able to travel with. What I mean by that, again, going to what you've been able to do with Trak Kayaks is make it so that it's easy to travel with when people are on the go and make it easy to travel with even when they're on the road. I mean, is that part of the excitement that you've been able to take something that people may have said, you know what, I wish I was able to do this, and now you've been able to make that available for them?
Absolutely. Our kayaks really break a paradigm. Our community, like I said, have called them the ultimate in touring kayaks. The interesting thing for me is that this, the Trak does originate from indigenous roots. Kayaks were invented more than 4,000 years ago, the Alouette and Inuit people in Greenland and the Western Arctic, with a classic kind of seal skin over whalebone, skin-on-frame kayaks. And what we've done is we've built what we believe the Trak 2.0. I mean, it's a beautiful traditional craft, and it's got those modern technologies. They paddle like a hard shell, like something fiberglass or composite, yet they pack down into a small bag, and you can check it on a plane, store it under your bed, in the closet of a studio apartment. You can stow them easily in an RV or a sailboat, and in that way you can bring it anywhere in the world, that you'd like to explore and paddle. And, it's only a 10 to 15 minute setup and pack down, which really makes the possibilities endless. And I love that it makes, experiences that wouldn't otherwise be available to people, it makes them possible.
For sure. We're going to talk about one of the important elements that I think people appreciate, and that is the durability of that, Nolin. I want to say for those who are just tuning in, though, either on the radio side or online, you're listening to Conversations Live. We're excited to welcome Nolin Veillard to our program today. Nolin is the creator of Trak Kayaks, which is the first and only portable, foldable, high-performance kayak on the market right now. It's available for pre-order that I saw online. We'll remind you of that a little bit later on how you can find out more information. We're talking with Nolin not only about the journey as an entrepreneur, entrepreneur. Boy, it's been late for him to have his own passion and to be able to share that with other people and to be able to see the response from other people like you all, our listeners, to help bring in this product to where it is today. Nolin, the durability factor, I think, is an important one because when people think about things being portable, things being easy, you wonder, okay, but is it safe? That's one of the elements that you all spend a lot of time on showing, even in the video that's on the Kickstarter page about the durability of it. How important was that for you to make sure that you were not only doing something that was innovative, but also was also safe for those who would be using it?
Absolutely. Mission critical. Durability and toughness. When you're out paddling a small craft in the water, whatever type of water you're paddling in, you need to be safe, and it needs to be strong and tough, and it's got to stand up to the elements because things can change when you're out in the middle of a day of paddling. And so that was actually one of the key things that we found that the global paddling community, when we surveyed about 1,600 paddlers about their needs and what they're looking for in a touring kayak, and durability was at the top of that list. And so having something that is tough is mission critical, and it's something we've actually taken for granted with our kayaks over the 10 years of having them, the original model out on the market. We have only had a few customers, like 2 or 3 customers, that have reported to the company that they've punctured this skin. And our skin is a urethane, a military-grade urethane, polyurethane material that is used for fuel bladders and used by the military for fuel bladders, where they put 200,000 or 300,000 gallons of fuel inside of this material. So it was built to be really puncture-resistant and abrasion-resistant. And because when you're out on the water and say you hit a rock or you hit something in the water, the skin actually absorbs some of that impact. It's kind of like the whole concept of willow versus oak. If you've got an oak tree and you snap it, it'll snap, where with willow it gives. And so our polyurethane material, the shell, the skin of the boat, is super, super tough and can handle practically any conditions out there. So, that was really important for us, is to communicate that particular benefit that, to me, is something, if you're a paddler, that's something that's top of mind.
Right, for sure. We all have heard, and I have used it, and I've had some guests who have disagreed with me on this, Nolin, but I have seen it true in my case when it comes to business and growing my brand, that if you build it like the old Field of Dreams ad says, they will come. And we've been able to build this platform here, first in Mississippi, and then to be able to expand from there. I mean, could you have imagined when you launched your crowdfunding campaign that you would get the overwhelming support that you were able to get for this product? It really is humbling, Cyrus. You put your thing out there to the world, and there's always that trepidation, that concern to think, are people going to really appreciate what we've done here? You pour your energy and you pour everything into it, and so when you do get that kind of result, it's certainly humbling, and there's definitely a lot of gratitude for where the initial successes we've had with it. But what's really exciting for me is that strong, growing global community of people, human beings that have been attracted to Trak and what we've developed with our 2.0. And being able to do the things like paddling in their backyards, whether it's paddling the Mississippi on the way through to the Gulf of Mexico, or in your backyard, or exploring places and cultures that you've always dreamed of. Having customers from all over the world getting these experiences because of what we've put together, I mean, that's really what it's all about for me. Yeah. For sure. And I think, too, it has to be, because as you said, you never know. We never know. And I think this is why I think it's so important about what someone's motive is in doing what they do, because, things take time. As you said, this is not happening overnight for you, Nolin. You've been working on this for quite some time, being able to work on perfecting, what you've been able to do, making it a better experience, and then, of course, being able to utilize the platform that is available. I don't think enough people realize, I'm still surprised, Nolin, I have to be honest with you. I've had some people come on this program, and when talking about social media in particular, I've had one individual say, well, I'm on Facebook. Why do I have to be on the others? I'm not realizing the impact that social media has today on reaching people. Was that also part of what you did in preparing for this and realizing, how to be able to reach your audience and how to bring them to you when it came to crowdfunding?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, very insightful. That's a very insightful thought and something that I think every entrepreneur needs to, do their level of preparation for, as far as, where they're, people who would be attracted to their product or service or whatever they're bringing to market, where are they? Really being clear about the demographic of people that are typically in your, target audience, or who you're wanting to attract, or who are naturally attracted to what you have. I think that's critical, and there's a lot of really good, you have to find the kinds of service providers and people that really do all those different things well. Like any of us as entrepreneurs, none of us do everything really well. In fact, we probably do very few things really well. So you have to find really good partners along the way, and I've been very fortunate that we have found some amazing partners that really understand how to reach those audiences, and now we're able to kind of take them and give them experiences that have them want to continue to be connected to Trak for years to come.
For sure. Well, as I said, you're at an exciting point right now, Nolin, because if people go to the website, which is trakkayaks.com, and I'll spell that for our audience, for those who are joining us on the radio side, for our online audience, we're going to put the link in the description of this particular podcast. But for our radio audience, it's www.trakkayaks.com. Again, it's trakkayaks.com. If you go there, you'll be able to go through the experience and also see that it is available now for pre-order. I mean, when you think about all the hard work that's gone into this, Nolin, how does it feel now to have it ready for people to be able to pre-order it, to be able to prepare them for the experience for themselves?
Yeah, I think it's it's kind of an overwhelming feeling, and obviously there's a lot of work ahead with going through the completion of the getting into production, which we're starting on now, but just the feeling of bringing that to life, bringing it to fruition, through all of our team. Everyone on our team has worked so hard to get us where we're at today. And, I'm really proud of everyone on our team, and I'm looking forward to, introducing in 2018 a whole number of new paddlers to Trak and sort of the Trak experience going forward.
Yeah. Well, I tell you, it has to be an amazing feeling, and I should say that they have made it very easy for you all to be able to do the pre-order. You can not only use, of course, your credit or debit card, but also PayPal for you out there who do a lot of your shopping, as I do through PayPal. You can be able to take care of it from there. Also, make sure you go, and I mentioned the video earlier that you can see through the Kickstarter page. You can actually be able to find out more information about Trak Kayaks directly from the website as well. You can do that, and that is a great way, too, for you to be able to find out more information about what is coming to market, and also see how you can be able to share it with your friends. You can also stay connected with them through social media. The links are at the bottom of the page. So, again, everything that you need is right there on the site. So it's www.trakkayaks.com is that website. Go there. You can find out more information about what we've been discussing with Nolin here, and to be able to pre-order it. Or if maybe it's not for you, maybe you can be able to share it with some of your friends. That's a great thing about the way the page is set up. Share it with some of your friends that are interested in kayaking, interested in being able to explore the world this way, and being able to allow them to see how they can find out more information as well. Nolin, congratulations to you and the team on what you all have been able to do, and thank you for being an example for entrepreneurs out there about what it really takes to not only, of course, to be able to see an idea come to life, but also the work that's involved. And I hope you'll come back and be on the program again.
Well, I appreciate that. Thank you very much, Cyrus. It's been an honor.
Hey, the pleasure's definitely all mine. We definitely want to thank our good friend Zach Tepperman for helping us set up this conversation for today. I want to thank all of you for tuning in, either here on the radio dial in Mississippi or online around the world, for joining us for this edition of Conversations Live. If you all came in late, you missed part of the conversation with Nolin, don't worry. Thanks to our online friends, you all can catch the replay right after we go off the air. The link is already available through our social media site, so head over to facebook.com/Cyrus Webb or go to twitter.com/Cyrus Webb. If you click on the link there, you can listen to the show completely for free and share it with your friends from there, too. Until next time, I'm your host, Cyrus Webb, saying, as always, enjoy your day, enjoy your life, enjoy your world. Make sure you take out time to enjoy some good music as well as a great book. Thank you all for choosing Conversations Live today. You all make it a great one.